Hello. Hi. So, in today's video, we're going to finish the review for this book that I love so much. And I think I have said already my opinion over this chapter and the last one, but I'm going to do it again for the last one. So, it will be a catch up. And anyway, so it's 5 stars all this chapter that I'm gonna talk about, and then 6 star, and then 10 star, which is my favorite episode, and you'll see why it is. The chapter name is chapter 34, the Department of Mystery. Let's see what it says. In which Harry, Ron, Hermione, Neville, Ginny, and Luna fly to London on Thestrals. They are allowed access to the Ministry of Magic through the telephone booth, and they enter the Department of Mysteries, specifically the room containing small glass spheres, one which is marked with Harry's name and is later discovered to be a prophecy. Yeah, I think I started talking about it, but then my phone cut me. So I hope it doesn't cut me now because I have to upload it. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So a lot happened in this episode. Harry discovers that he's been tricked. So that's how a lot of high stakes in this episode. We discovered like the whole Sirius Black thing was a trap, and we Ima, talikilio, shut up. My mom lit up the lightning. Anyway, I'm trying to speak like low like that because this will save my voice. And there's people here, so I'm trying to be more quiet right now. But yeah, if they get into there, I think this is 2 chapters in one, if I'm not mistaken, the way it's written. But they enter and they see the prophecy that with Harry's name, and they don't get to know what the prophecy is up until like later, which is like the best episode. But it's a whole lot of high stakes, a lot of things happening. This is not yet when everything goes down in the war, like the whole battle begins, but it's the before that, and then we get discovered that we were tricked, and like it's just like a lot of things happening. It just keeps you engaged, keeps you reading, and that's what makes a chapter a 5 star chapter or 4 chapter. It keeps you reading, like it makes you feel so much anxiety or like tension that you have to keep reading, or else you're gonna die. Is the feeling that it gets you to feel. I think I talked about Dumbledore's army, and I don't know if I talked about it. So make sure I'm talking about it, and I'm gonna get to it and I'm gonna talk about it. But the Department of Mystery, they talk about Dumbledore's army. No, I think I skipped a few chapters. So the chapter I just talked about, that's not the position. I think I skipped a few chapters. Yeah, I think the Saint Man. Yeah, okay. Ah, shit. Says one. Fatto molto serious one. Anyway, so in another 5 star episode, that was in position before this one. There's two more before. This is very chaotic, this video, whatever. This is my opinion is still in the video, even though it's chaotic, and I'm not feeling that well, so please understand. And yeah, one of the episodes is Christmas on the clothes ward, in which Harry speculates on why Dumbledore would not look at him in the eye. Hermione joins Harry and Weasley at the Grimmauld place for Christmas, and Percy sends back his Weasley sweater. I hate Percy. He's like he's one of the worst characters ever. Like he's like the opposite of like a character that gets redemption arc. He's just so annoying. And how dare he treat Mrs. Weasley like that after everything? Like how dare you? Like come on, like respect your mother. I just can't stand him. It's just what like, he's so stupid. I cannot believe how stupid Percy is. It's just insane. Percy for Christmas. Percy sends and they visit Arthur in St. Mungo and they encounter Gilderoy Lockhart and see Neville with his grandfather visiting his parents, which has been, we know they've been cursed by Bellatrix Lestrange and Barty Crouch, and another one that I'm not remembering right now, but I think it's one of the brothers. But they torture them until they became madness, and they have to go into this hospital so they can be taken care of. Now Harry got to know this in the fourth book. In the fourth book before this one. In the end of it, when he looks into the pensieve, into Dumbledore's memories, and he gets to know that they've been tortured and into madness. But at this point, none of them know, and Harry haven't told anybody because Dumbledore asked him, and it's respectful. But now we get to know, and it's such a touching moment. It's the reason it's so high. It's the emotion. It's so emotional. It's so beautiful. It's also after everything with Arthur, and like we get to see Gilderoy Lockhart being silly. So it's a really fun episode. There's like funny moments. We get to see familiar characters like Gilderoy Lockhart. We get to see what happened to Arthur, and the biggest reason it's so high is Neville Longbottom, and the whole scene is just so emotional, and I cried like a little bit, not as much as I cried in the next chapters, but I just it's still emotional and very meaningful, and just Neville, poor Neville, honestly, poor Neville. All I have to say. I talked about Dumbledore. Next one is Dumbledore's Army, chapter 18, in which Harry again dreams of the windowless corridors with the door at the end. Dobby tells Harry about the Room of Requirement, and Dumbledore's Army meets for the first time. So this is where they start learning about Expelliarmus armors, and like they start the whole project, and I just love the rebelliousness. This feels so good to like be there, and I love Harry progression from learning all of these spells that we get to know with him to teaching it. It shows his growth with his power and everything. So I like that, and I just love how like Ron and Hermione helps him with that. I love that they help him with that. I love the the togetherness, and like they're coming together to like against the beach. The beach is Umbridge, so they reunite against the beach and the Ministry, and so I just love that. So it has to be higher than everything else. And then I talked about the Partner of Mystery, that chapter 2030 with Paranormal Mystery, in which they go to the thing and they get to see Harry had the prophecy, and then they discover that they've been tricked, and Harry begins to feel really really bad because he fell for the trap, and Hermione kind of like did warn him, but he did check up with Creature, but he did trick him, which is a whole big mess, and it just led into this tragedy, which I cannot, I can cry right now thinking about it, but I'm not gonna try not to. In the first place, for the 5 stars part, because there's another 6 star rating episode, we're gonna get to them there. Yeah. So, chapter 24, Occlumency, in which Harry and the Weasley return to Hogwarts after the holiday, and Harry begins Occlumency lessons with Snape, during which Harry sees the dark corridor in the Department of Mystery that he often dreams about. I want to say something. First of all, about Harry. Not just like, I know people just don't love Harry as the main character, and I'm like, that's why I love him so much. We get to experience so much with him, all the emotions, everything we feel through Harry. Everything we see in this world is through his eyes. If you like any character or anything in this world, you see it from Harry's eyes, basically. So saying you don't like Harry is saying you don't like Harry Potter as a whole, and like, to me, that's what that says.